Captain's Blog, Thursday, July 21st, 15:34 hours, and this is what I've accomplished today. Alright, Batman! The mill light is in, and the lathe light is in. If you look up on top, you can see the wires that we ran and all that. The lights were installed a few days ago, but I had to wait on the electricians who have been rocking out. You can see we've got our nice new outlets installed up there, so we ran the cables across to plug the lights in. Now everything's all set up. There's a switch down here, so if we're not using the lathe, we can flip the switch, boop, and it gets a lot darker over here. So that's cool. But now that's done, looks like $1 million bucks, and I'm pretty happy with it. I still gotta I gotta rewire the light back over the SR because it's still on the extension cord there, but they got the outlet in, so I get that wired up, and I gotta fix that one next there, and then I gotta do that one, which is still on 2 computer power cords. But it's progress. I'm happy. More as it happens. Alright, Batman?
Yeah.
I need to go in and that way a little bit. In and left.
Alright, that's what I can do.
Alright. You got lots of room. You can do this. I believe in you! Ah! Ah! Oh yeah, Batman. It's totally comfortable. Thank you. Ah. Hey, Batman?
Yeah.
Up a little. That's good. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to teach you how to hook up a light. These are the beautiful new fluorescent lights that we have for the lab. They use the energy efficient high output bulbs. And we're replacing, for initial setup and testing, we just put computer power cords on them just so we could get some quick lights in while the electricians came and did their thing. Now that the electricians have come and hung outlets where we need them for these, we're putting on a proper cord for them, which is this. It's a SO, SJ, SV, one of those S cords. It's a 300 volt version. And I'm replacing the old computer power supply cords, which are these. That's cool because the lights only draw 2 amps, which is nothing. And because of that, they're 1,000,000 times more energy efficient than the big giant like sodium halide or HID or metal halide or whatever the hell those bulbs are up there. So we're going to save a lot of money on electricity, and we get to build really cool light fixtures, lumières, for the main demonstration hall. So here's how it's done. You start with your S cord, grab your Gerber. Now, a lot of people don't know the easy way to do this. You see a lot of guys that are like slicing down a thing and all that. No, there's an easier way. You need a knife blade like that, okay? You go in the end, just inside the outer jacket. You go in about ½ inch, if that, just wiggle it up in there. Don't nick the wire, and then just roll it down. You cut a little tiny thing, just like that. Then you do that one more time. You do that twice, just in there, like that. Boop, pop it out. Set your knife down. Now split these out like that, and then grab the wire and the paper and everything all in one hand, there on the other, and then just peel it back, just like that. Boom. Okay? So you got nice big there. Now, go back to your Gerber, pull out your Fiskars scissors, and then separate out the paper, which is a reinforcing binder. Pull that right out like that. Okay, now you've got your wires, and then your sheath and your 3 papers. Just cut all that off. You don't need that. It's a nice thing about working up here. If you have any trash, you just toss it over the side. There's your words for the day: flotsam and jetsam. Google that. It's more than just a band. Alright. Give me a second. I'm going to get this up in here, and we'll be back in just a second. Alright, so we've got our 3 wires from our cord here. We've got green, black, and white. Now, we're in the US, so this is the US color code. Green is ground. That's good, thank you! Black is hot, which is where the electricity comes from the power company. And then white is neutral, and that's where it goes back. So we just strip these all back, ½ an inch, give or take. Inside the light, we have the ballasts, which are the electronic control modules that make the light up. So we've got our wire stripped off, and we're going to connect it to the ballast. Now the ballast is it's a high voltage power supply that strikes the lamps and makes them ionize the mercury vapor inside them, which releases ultraviolet light, which strikes the phosphor coating inside the tube and turns it into white light. All fluorescent lights are actually black lights. A lot of people don't know that. The only difference between a black light and a fluorescent light is that the black lights lack the phosphorus coating inside. So there's our ground. I always do ground first, just it's a safety thing. Connect that on there. The wire nut. Make sure your wire nut is appropriately sized. Nice and tight. Tug test it. So that's good. We'll do white next. Now we've got 2 ballasts here because it's a big 6-lamp fixture. Have a solid mechanical connection. Put your wire nut on. Same thing again for the hot wires. Grab wire nut. I twisted too much. I broke the solid strand wire off inside there, so it happens. I do that like once a year, and of course I do that today on camera. So then you unbunch everything. Get it all on, and it's screwed. Okay, here. I'm just gonna cut it off and start over. Cut that off like that. Separate out your 3 conductors. Grab your strippers. Right there. Wow, those are tiny. There we go. Go over here, get that one. Okay. Now we'll take our black leads and hook those all together. Grab a wire nut. Tug test. Everything's good. Pack it up in there. The wires back here. It's fun doing this on a light that's hanging from cables because you just let go, everything starts moving. So it gets interesting. Alright, so that's done, and now I'm going to remount the cover, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, now we've got our reflector back on. It's all buttoned up so we can put the bulbs in. Now, something to know. Never insert or remove fluorescent tubes from an electronic ballast light. You'll mess up the ballast. Okay, so make sure your light's off. We're wiring this in, so we want to make sure it was off anyway. Now, this is a really good Lithonia brand light, and I love these things. They're what we buy exclusively at the lab. And if you look inside, this is one of the reasons I love them. This little part here is called the tombstone. It's the bulb holder and terminal. And on these, there's a little black ring inside that spins with the bulb. So when you put the bulb in, it makes sure that you're right where you want to be, and you just spin the bulb and it locks in place. That's how you do it. So here, we'll do the other side. Quarter turn and lock. Now if you look on the bottom of the bulbs, you'll notice a little notch. Well, the notch is there. You see it on these bulbs too. There's a little notch right there. And the notch is there to tell you when the bulb is rotated 90 degrees. So that's how you know when you're down there, if you're using a cheaper, crappier light. With these, they just go, and you're there. Right when it clicks, you know you're in position. So we'll get that one. 4. We'll take a lot of bulbs. 5. Right there. 6. And now, the moment of truth. Hey, Batman!
Yeah.
Hit it! Let's see if it works. And it works. Cool. Thank you, Batman.
Yeah. One down now?
Yeah, take it down. Alright, so that's how you install a light. Really that easy. It's just 3 wires, nothing to it. And we got it in there with our good, what is that? It doesn't say what kind it is. It's written on there somewhere, but I can't see it with all the light. But it's our good SO cord, our Lithonia light, and this particular light hangs over our SR100 sheet router, and now it's all done. That's why it's so dusty. You guys have fun. I'll have more as it happens.